Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Sagittarius. Hi Sag. Vicki Verley here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. Welcome to your June 2015 tarot scope with astrology, or not astrology, animal totem. I'll be using the, always use the Hanson Roberts deck. Oh, a couple cards flipped the wrong way. I'm going to have to grab them out of there. Oh, there's a bunch of them. So I think this one was first, and it was like that. Okay. Some of you are worried about some money stuff, but let's see what else we've got going on here. Boy, a lot of financial cards. What's this one? A lot of money cards, a lot of pentacles. These are all pentacle cards. Yeah, this is for June 2015, so who can believe that this year is half gone? That's what's flipping me out. If I wasn't mumbling. Try to speak up. Okay, boy. Well, you know, you got 10 of Pentacles right in there, so that's a nice good card. That's big money card. That's definitely a card of being prosperous and wealth. It really is a card of wealth. Often it has to do with property. Some of you might be buying, selling, property, moving, you know, things like that. That could be something that's happening for some of you. It's in the upright position, so that's always a good, you know, it's a good omen no matter what. I mean, there are some cards around here that are not so great. As far as, these two both are very much, I'm worried about money. Two of Pentacles is, oh, I'm juggling my finances, you know, and Five of Pentacles is, I'm in poverty, I don't have enough, there's not enough. Six of Pentacles in reverse, excuse me, is, you know, I'm not getting paid money that was owed me or promised me, or a raise or promotion that I should have gotten is not happening, not coming. So, you know, but it seems like that's okay. Like, I wouldn't worry, and it also is saying, you know, King of Swords is involved. So it could be air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but we are going to be in Gemini for the majority of the month until the 21st. So this could be an end to a long-standing issues with for a lot of you guys, I think, you know. You may have been in this zone for a while here, worry, 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 and then all of a sudden, bam, something breaks open. This guy may or may, and again, in these general readings, I say it could be man, woman, whoever. It doesn't have to be a guy. He may be a key to it. You know, he may be somebody who hires you, or gives you the job, or gives you the work, or gives you the loan, or, you know, steers you in the right direction. He's favorable. There's nothing, but I'm feeling real strong that it's just saying it's Gemini time. You know, that in Gemini time, bam, things are going to finally start to kick in here. And it's for some of you, this could even be rolling over into some of your relationships here too. I mean, there maybe you've been having some disagreements about money, or you might have had to borrow money from a friend or family member, or your spouse. There's resentment if you're in a partnership that you're contributing more and they're not as much, or, you know, could be some of that stuff going on. So, you know, but Ten of Pentacles is like, it saves the day. Everything's better all of a sudden. Some of you, this could be like some kind of big settlement you've been waiting for. It could be like a lawsuit, a settlement, pension, payout, you know, some kind of big payout or something like that. Yeah, because the reason I say that is it feels like it could be a lump sum, because it feels like there's people around who have their hand out right away. And maybe it's legitimate. Maybe you had to borrow some money, and you know, you got the money, now you're going to pay them back. But maybe it's just like all of a sudden you've got money, and, you know, people are coming out of the woodwork. Coming out of the woodwork with their hand out, you know, it could be like that. Because it's Three of Cups in reverse, and this guy over here, this is kind of like, maybe people who are gossipy or jealous or have ulterior motives or something like that. And to me, it seems like they're just all, I want that. Look what you have. I want that, you know. I mean, this could be life-changing. This could propel you into another group of friends and another group of people, you know, which will often happen sometimes, you know, not always, and it doesn't have to happen. But at the very least, these kind of people will be maybe left behind at this point, or maybe you're getting to that point. Maybe this isn't all of a sudden thing. Maybe it's a gradual thing. Maybe some of you are going to be moving to a different area, a more affluent area, just to be real blunt, you know, but maybe not, you know, just a different area. And it's like these people are like, oh, who do you think you are? You think you're too good, or you know, it's that kind of energy. It's that real low level. Not good, catty, jealousy kind of energy. So you got to do what you got to do for you and your family here. And I feel like there is a big opportunity here. It does seem like this is something you've been waiting on for a while here. You know, you've got the Ace of Rods. So it says you've maybe planted the seeds a while ago. Or at least maybe you planted them in Aries, you know, which would have been, you know, April. Late March and April, or for some of you the first of the year, or for some of you 1 year ago. You know, it feels like that's a key thing here, that it's been a little while. You planted these seeds and so maybe you initiated a lawsuit, or maybe you initiated a bank loan or a new job, looking for a new job, and you've been it's been tight to get here, to get through it, but now you're there. You've arrived. You know, that's another thing I feel like I want to say. You've arrived. So it's good, and it is something you've definitely been waiting for. That's what Hangman in reverse is telling me too. Like you've been waiting, and Hangman is 12 too. So it could be 12 months, 1 year. Some of you have been waiting for this for like a year. Or maybe it could be like the 12th. I believe the 12th is when Mercury goes direct, too. Somewhere right around there. So that could have something to do with it, too, for you guys. It feels like some relationships are lost because of this. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's jealousy. Maybe it's, oh, you think you're too good for me now. Or, you know, it just propels you into another group of people or something. But you can't worry about that. You know, I wouldn't be so, I would definitely not be worried about that at all. You know, I would be just grateful for what's happening, for what you want. You know, this is something you wanted. This is something you planted the seeds for, that you wanted to make happen, and it's here. It's happening. So maybe some people have some sour grapes or something, but you know, that's so what. You know, don't let that bring you down. Don't let it bring you down or get you down. So what are we doing here? Okay, so yeah, it's coming. It's just coming, and I feel like it's coming in Gemini. It's coming in June. Some kind of big money for you guys, a big change in fortune, some kind of relief from some of the financial stresses that you've been undergoing. And for a lot of you, it might involve moving. Could be moving to a different property, a different place. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look here. This is going to be the animal totem for Sag for June. And by the way, these are my cards that I did create. The Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. I drew them, everything. I drew them, I made up the meanings, the whole thing. And we're going to pull one right now. Is this one? Yeah, for Sag. Oh, raccoon. Okay, let's listen. I'm going to read what I wrote first, and then we can go into, you know, more about it. Masked marauder in the night. Resourceful, curious, tactile, resilient. Ceremony, ritual, the shaman's journey. Paying meticulous attention to hygiene and diet. Yeah, that's one of the things that the raccoon could say. But, you know, the mask thing is always the biggest thing that I get about raccoons, you know. It could be you wearing the mask, you know, if you, like, say you did, you know, say you did apply for a job, maybe you need to keep it under wraps. Don't rock the boat, especially if there's people here like that, you know. Don't rock the boat, don't let anybody know, keep it under your hat. But it also is the masks other people wear, to me. So some people might be not what they seem to be, right? But anyways, as I said, I did create these cards on my own. And look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this card. And because it was my intention that we see things in these cards, that there'll be messages and stuff. So take a look at that, what stands out to you, any shapes, colors, anything. And of course, if you happen to see a raccoon, I really love hearing about that. And it could be an actual raccoon, or it could be just like this, an image, or you might hear the word, or see it on, TV or video, or just an image on Facebook or whatever. So keep an eye out for the raccoon. If you do see one, I love hearing about that in the comments. Okay, looks like some money's coming your way this month, though, Sag. That's the big message here. And maybe there's going to be a few haters around, but, just go for it. Anyways, hang on. I've got a few more things to tell you, and I'll be right back. Hang on. Hey everyone, before we go, if you go on my main channel, you can find out more information about me, including how to get a reading. And you can check out, there's a bunch of links here. I have a couple of other channels, a music channel, and then a children's music channel, the Learning Songs for Kids. So if you have little kids or anybody, you can find links to all that on my main page. Under the About section, you can find everything. How to order. I do the personalized mandalas, my books, it's all listed here. And that's at the top if you're on home. This is the main channel page. You go home, and then it's videos, playlists, channels, discussions about. Also, I believe I will have a link, a subscribe link on the video itself, and then I usually say something like goods and services. Well, that'll take you to it. Where that actually takes you to is this Order a Mandala page, which is the Tapestry of Life. But there's all sorts of stuff. If you keep going down here, you've got the animal totem cards. There's a link below to buy that. And all the readings. See, it says readings. And I have all the readings. There's personal readings. And then at the very bottom, too, is make a donation. I'm usually trying to keep it booking like 2 weeks out or so. I try not to let it get too far beyond there. I'll start filling in holes. But I try to stay like 2 to 3 weeks out on the booking, so you don't have to wait months or anything to get a reading with me. If you're watching this to learn how to read tarot, if you noticed I had the book there, it's Tarot in the Modern World. I wrote this book on tarot. It's a real good, easy to understand book about tarot. It's available on Amazon, Tarot in the Modern World. There's links to that. And then, of course, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which I pulled for you at the very end of the last reading. That's also going to be on here on the, you can get it from the About section or from this Order the Mandala page. So it's all there, it's all there. And the goods and services, I believe, takes you to this Order the Mandala page, okay? All right, so have a great June. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.